Okay, so I might have not realized what time it was. So, you know, me doing a me. What's going on? I was sitting here looking at the time and I was like, oh, it's only 7:30. I can like doodle for a little bit. So I took my like sketchbook out. I was doodling with like a real pencil, and all of a sudden it was like, oh, like holy crap, an hour has passed. I must go. My people need me. I was gonna scroll through the art tag because I actually haven't looked at our art share in a little while. Like, I've seen stuff, but I haven't gotten a reply to it, and you guys got some really cool stuff. This cracks me up. That made me giggle. And this gargoyle character, I don't know if you're here yet, or if you're here at all, but I think this is the gargoyle character that, Evie was talking about. Either way, very cool. He's like Halloween themed, I like. And this cracked me up too. So I figured I would just scroll through this tag a little bit because I haven't actually gotten a chance to go through and comment on everything. These are hilarious. I love all of this. This is awesome. So, hi Dyer, what's going on? What's up? Yeah, so I'm here now. I'm alive. So I worked on these a little bit this afternoon. I colored some things. I forgot to shade these guys, so that's what I was working on before I stopped and was kind of like, well, maybe I should, relax a little bit. So I was just doodling shapes in a notebook and got really engrossed in that. Supposed to go to work today. Well, not supposed to. I was thinking about going to work today and then was kind of like, nah, don't feel like it. They already get enough of my time. I think they can do without me for a whole day. They will survive. I just had a nice quiet Saturday, which I kind of needed. It was nice to just not be at work, not doing anything. And I know I kind of had a day like that last week too, or a couple days ago, but I don't know, it was different today. I got to just got to hang out. Yeah, I had a pretty good Christmas. It got a little wild towards the end, but it was pretty good. I enjoyed myself. We had a good time. So, yeah, I had a pretty good Christmas. It was very hectic though, so I'm glad we have a couple days of like, being chill before, work gets back, because I have a couple days off from work now. I have the weekend and we have off on Monday, so I'm glad I have a couple days to just relax for a little while, because definitely needed that. Oh, Briar, you're officially like one of those members of the Axie Stack. I don't know how to differentiate them, but thank you. Ah. I was like, what's that sound going off in my headset? I don't recognize that one. That one sounds different. F-Skater, how was your Christmas? Do you celebrate Christmas? I guess I should have led with that. Do you celebrate Christmas? And if so, how was your Christmas? And if you don't celebrate Christmas, how was your other vague winter holiday that I probably don't know anything about, considering the way I responded? New Year's, I was thinking about doing a long stream, but one of my coworkers invited me to, I guess the escape the room thing she was talking about doing is actually on New Year's, so I don't know what time I'm gonna be home. So that's really my only plan for New Year's, is doing an escape the room thing. Yeah, so If you guys don't know what that is, they basically lock you in a room for an hour and you have to figure out how to get out. If you don't get out in an hour, they obviously let you go, but it's like a place, I guess I've never done one before, but that's my understanding of it, is like, it's like a puzzle room. And so you have to like search the room and figure out how to get out, basically. You escape the room, you know, self-explanatory. Apparently we're doing a serial killer theme, so that's interesting. Hopefully there's no, like, actors dressed up as serial killers, though, because I'm kind of not okay with that. Like, I can handle ghosts, but, like, I don't know. Serial killers may be a little too real for me, so hopefully it's just serial killer themed, and there is no actual, like, not an actual serial killer, but, like, a person dressed up as a serial killer. Like, hopefully there's no actual people involved. I've never been to an escape the room, so... Hey, Evie! I was actually gonna ask you, Evie, what was the other name you said I could call you by? I would like to call you whatever you wish to... I remember there was another name, and I just forgot. Whatever you would like to be called. I get called about 17 million different things, but I always go with Evie because that's, like, the beginning of your name, and I like to just pick a name from the username if I don't know what you want to be called. Jace, that was the other one. I can go with Jace if you prefer that. Usually I just, you know, Briar or Weasel or F-Skater, you know, just take the number off the end of it. But your Christmas was good? Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad it was. Aw, Briar, I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much, man. It was a very nice surprise. Alrighty. Well, if I remember Jace, I can use that one. I don't know. I'm really shitty with names. To be perfectly honest. Luckily, you guys hang out with me enough that I never forget your names because you're always here. Don't need to shade the baby bird. Because he's already white, and you'll never see it. I love the baby bird. He's so floofy. Just such poof. Very poof. The poofiest poof. I don't think it'll be something I include on the sheet, just because I don't think it's that important, but I kind of want to draw, like, a mom Jedoa with her, like, newborn baby, like, when they're still, like, crazy and want to eat everything, and, like, have it, like, dressed in clothes so that he doesn't get cold. Not that it gets cold in the desert. I mean, I guess it would at night, but, like, I want to draw, like, a baby bird all dressed up in, like, clothing. But I don't think I'll put it on the sheet, because I don't think it's that. Oh, actually, I was going to show you guys earlier, the other thing I did was I added this layer on the... I added this line on the bottom about coloration, because Stop Sign brought up a really good point about that. You can use it! You can use the Lala Love emote! Aw! That's awesome! Yeah, because Stop Sign brought up a really good point about the... I'm not sure if I'm gonna... I might move or now that I'm looking at them, but I added feather colors and eye colors. I didn't do skin colors just because there's only like 2 of them. It's either gray or red. Or I guess there's different colors of skin and beak, but I don't know that it's that important. I feel like skin and beak is all like just as common, maybe. If that's, you know, an option. Can that be an option? There are no dominant and recessive for skin color, it's just the feathers, maybe? I don't know. I kind of mix and match these all the time, and I kind of pick whatever skin color I need to make good contrast on the characters, so maybe I won't do dominant recessive for the skin. You know, like their arms and their beak. Yeah, fun fact for anybody who's new, if you sub at the $5 tier, you get an emote, and that's really the only perk you get for subscribing, so, you know, I don't know why you would do that, because I don't really give you guys any better perks than that, but, you know. And you guys can use all the emotes in the Discord chat anyway, so. The point of that sentence is that I am not good at Twitch, using Twitch. I mostly just use Twitch to hang out with you guys, and that's it. I'm not good at advertising on Twitch or whatever. Oh, yeah. I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, hey, Trixel. What's up? Oh, yeah, it's a Rachel! I didn't see the Rachel. What's going on, the Rachel? Ah, so many friends in chat. You do get to support me if you feel like it. You might actually help me build up like a real savings instead of, you know, all my money going immediately into my rent. That's sort of what commissions and, like, I guess now Twitch stuff, too. It's like, it's just like extra support. Just like a little extra padding, you know? I'm not the kind of person that, like, you know, this is my life and you know, your donations are everything to me and I won't eat if you don't donate kind of thing. Like, it's like, you can help me buy a thing. Because I have a problem and I buy lots of things. You did finally manage to make it to a stream. I know you're super busy, so I figured that's why. I know it's because you don't love me. Or I know that it's not because you don't love me. The sentence was in my head and then it didn't come out of my mouth correctly, and... Did I finish the highlights on the birds? I did, okay. On the birds, all the birds. Every bird. The baby birds. So this page is almost done, and then... I don't know what I want to do after that. I guess we'll start another page. I hadn't... See, my plan was, like, 20 minutes before the stream, I was gonna plan out what I want to do after this is done, because this was almost done. But then I started doodling, and then I got engrossed in that, and then I forgot. So, here we are. Oh, Briar, that's awesome. I love getting new clothes. I hate shopping for clothes, but I love having new clothes. I'm like one of those people. Like, I do not want to work for it, but I love having new clothes. Okay, 2 questions I have about 2 things. Stupid because I'm asking myself these questions. First question. 100 and 100. That. Guess I'll just pop the... these 2. I have to color the line art then, too, but I think I'm pretty close to calling this page finished. Probably should make that. Not fine. Sure, that's done. A baby adult. Hey, I am 25 and I still feel like a baby adult, so... Fear not, friend. You are not alone. Alright, so I have to make a confession to you guys. I might cheat a little bit at Pokemon Go. And by I might cheat a little bit, I mean that I got one of those apps that lets you free roam. And so I have my phone next to me and my character's just like wandering around, like I have it on auto run. Like I don't use it for like going to places I couldn't get normally or like, you know, spoofing to gyms and stuff, because I feel like that's too far for cheating. You know, if you're gonna like sit in a park, like a popular park, and keep taking a gym over and over and over again, I feel like that's kind of lame. So I don't use it for like stuff that would affect other people, but like right now I'm just walking and hatching eggs because I have a fuck ton of eggs, and I'd have no time to go anywhere and hatch them. And I need a Tyro really bad, so don't hate me, but I might cheat at Pokemon Go just a little bit. Hey, it's an apple gravy! Yes, happy almost birthday, Briar. The reason I brought that up is because I have my phone sitting next to me and my character's walking around, and I just saw a Torchic and I caught it. It's the only reason I bring that up. I cheat, but not too much. Only slight cheat. Little cheat. Not big cheat. Which shiny did you get, Briar? I'm after the shiny Snorunt now because he's super cute. I didn't realize he was blue, and now I want him. But more in like a... I guess I'll try every now. Like every time I see one, I'll pick one up and hope that it's shiny. Not like in a, I'm gonna sit at the park for 2 hours and catch a million Duskulls kind of level, wanting a shiny Snorunt. I do feel like I have a slight advantage over the people in my, like, Pokemon Go community in St. Louis, though, in that, for some reason, a lot of people in the community here don't play the main series games, and so every time I know something about the main, like, a lot of them were really upset about the fact that shinies are so hard to find, and so I explained to them, like, how hard it is to find them in the regular games, too. And then they were like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Like, but they didn't know anything about how shiny hunting works in the regular games, which was weird to me. And, like, I was explaining things to them about, like, Pokemon the first movie. Because some people had never seen that movie. It was weird. I mean, no judgment on them. I'm glad that they got into it either way, but it just was funny to me that, like, whenever people meet me for raids, like, when I meet people for raids, I am that girl who knows stuff about Pokemon. You know, like, that was what they were calling me. It's weird. Funny to me. And I was going somewhere with that. Don't remember. I think it was the shiny thing, and I just blanked, and my brain just imploded on itself. Oh, shiny Sableye is cool. Oh, I remember why I was going into that. Because I have, they're not, like, perfect in any way, but I have an extra Snorunt and an extra male Ralts that have, like, decent IVs. Like, they have, the Spark tells me they have, like, you know, whatever's, like, almost perfect, but not quite. I grabbed couple extras of those so that I would have them for when Gen 4 comes out. So, like, I'm ready for that. I don't have to, like, you know, worry about that later on. Like, I'm stocking up on candies so that I have enough for when Gen 4 comes out, which other people I don't think in the community know that. Because they don't play the main series games for some reason. I am sort of like a true Pokemon master, but not quite. Apple loves all the Pokemon. Every Pokemon is good. Good and pure Pokemon. You all know my favorite Pokemon is Wooper and Quagsire as a unit combined. Very close second, like almost trumps them, but not quite. Second is Rowlet. Fucking love Rowlet. And of course also very close, but not quite that close. Third is Lugia. Like, my top 3 favorite Pokemon rank real close to each other. I did get, Fun fact. Right after Christmas, since nobody got me a Shining Legends, like, booster, not a booster box, the, Elite Trainer box. I sort of casually mentioned it, you know, because people were looking for stuff to get me, and I was like, I mean, hey, if you want to get me that Elite Trainer box, there's a card in that set I really want, so if you feel like getting me something, do it. But since nobody got me that, I ended up going on eBay and I bought that Mewtwo card, the 78 out of 72 maybe? Yeah, the test tube Mewtwo. This guy. I went on eBay and I bought him. This is one of the prettiest Pokemon cards I have ever seen in my entire life. It looks really cool as a scan, but getting it in real life and, like, holding it and looking at it, it's incredible. It's because it's got that ridged pattern on it, like the, like these kind of cards do. Like, it has that ridged, like, holographic pattern on it. And so it's really sharp looking, and the guy who I bought it from, he wrapped it in, like he has it in a, he has it in one of those little sleeves with the symbol on the back of it, and then he put it inside a top loader, and then he wrapped it in bubble wrap and, like, not scotch tape, packing tape. So, I mean, that thing was packed in that box. It felt so good to open it because it was just so crisp and perfect looking. I'm thinking about maybe going, because I have a couple Mewtwo pins. I was thinking about maybe going to Michael's this weekend and getting maybe getting one of those frames with the foam backing in it and seeing if I can frame it. Because I think that'd be really cool. But so I bought that for myself as yet another Christmas. I keep buying myself Christmas presents because I don't know what to ask other people for, and then I end up buying stuff for myself that I really could have just asked other people. But Loop? Oh! Nugget is resubbed. Thanks, man. Briar, your 2 minutes of fame on the recent subscriber bar. Hey, Cass, what's going on? Oh, and Stop Sign's here, and Mage is here. Hi, guys. How you guys doing? I was in the middle of gushing about my new Mewtwo card that I bought myself, and I didn't see you. What's going on? Everybody having a nice chill Saturday? Okay, let's see. I think I'm actually pretty much done with this. I think I'm gonna call that one done. Did I 1200? Okay. So let's go for a 1200. Ooh, actually, did I? Resolution. Awkward. That doesn't look too terrible. Okay. Let's save on that one then. It doesn't make that much of a difference, but I like to be able to see what it looks like before I upload it to the internet, because it's gonna upload at 72 DPI, so... Or at least that's what I was told. I don't know things. I am just a one-man woman thing, friend, creature. The slight John reference. I'm a loser. Page 2. Done. Beautiful. Alright, undo that image save, though. Save that again, because I'm paranoid as fuck. Okay. Going to church tomorrow twice. That sounds unfortunate. Okay. Next. Yes, we can. Cool. Now we've got page 1 and page 2, and I will upload these once they're all done, but we have a lot of information to dissect. Oh, I actually, this occurred, at the beginning of the stream before you got here. I, went ahead, and, cause you actually brought up a really good point of things I didn't think about with these, I should have, so I added this section to the bottom of this sheet that, you know, because I don't know why I didn't add it in the first place. I feel like I should have, and I didn't. Like, I didn't even have a section that was just, like, color swatches. Like, these genes aside, I didn't have even a section that was just like, these are the colors a Jedoa can be. I don't know why I never did that, but, so now I did. So I added this section to the bottom here, about, what colors they can be, what colors are rarer than others, and then I added this little section about transgender Jedoa, and then I did the dominant and recessive colors of feathers and male feather colors, and I also had this line, females carry the genes for color but don't display them. And then I also added this little box here about rare genetic anomalies. I kind of thought it might have been cool if I had space for it to draw a Jedoa with a genetic anomaly to go with this box, but in the end, it didn't fit on the page, and I was just kind of like, well, it's not that big a deal. I'm not super worried about it, so yeah, so I did eye color and feather color, and on the spot, about 4 seconds after I mentioned it, I decided that skin color, like beak and arm colors, are just, they're all the same. There's no dominant recessive for those. It's just completely random. But yeah. So, details. Lots and lots of details. Losing my mind a little bit. Okay, so I am actually going to add a link on top of this. I have about 6 different versions of this document. I'm going to cross out the sections we used already. So I did this guy. I did the top. I did this one. I did this one. So I guess we could dive into society. Because that's the next... See, this would fit on its own, I think. So maybe... what I could do, maybe, is... Actually, yeah, because this section doesn't have to... This would be really easy. I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to take the society box and combine it with this one, and hopefully they all fit nice. Actually, natural behavior and psychology might fit on its own page also, so... like in that, Final Fantasy music. I think it's moved on by now, but, you know, exciting. You should draw something, Nugget. Absolutely. Alright, let's, grab... Files. Always file save as before you start making changes, because you will regret yourself forever if you don't. Now, I can delete everything. And we're all set to go. Stats box. I'm going to hang on to that. We're going to hang on to that box. That brown boxes can go also. Capital punishment in Jedoa society. Jedoa are like... This is probably a terrible idea, and maybe you guys can help me refine this as we work on this sheet, but Jedoa are kind of like, their whole society is based on karma, and so everything about their religion, everything about what they think and believe and feel is all helping other people, and so if... And of course, no society's perfect, so you're gonna have people who say steal things, or commit arson, or murder people. You're gonna have those, you know, bad eggs in the crowd. Bad eggs. Get it? Bird puns? Accidental bird puns? So, like, it's kind of like an eye for an eye kind of thing, so if you steal from somebody, you just, like... I mean, there's a punishment for it, obviously, but if you steal from somebody, they usually figure, well, you obviously needed that, and that's why you stole it. So... they will kind of make you give it back if it was something important to the other person, and then you have to do, like, community service to, like, as your punishment. But it's, like, they're very much on a, you know, kind of sticking up for everybody. They're sort of like a, you know, taking care of the flock kind of mentality. But it's, yeah. kind of a flock mentality. Like, it's so common for a Jedoa, like, if one of them is, like, busy on a certain weekend, it's like, you know, maybe one of them's going to be really busy. Maybe they have to go into the mines for the day, and their, you know, their baby is, you know, can't be left alone. They could just knock on a neighbor's door and go, "Hey, I'm going out for the day. Can you maybe watch my kid for a little bit?" And they'll be like, "Oh yeah, sure, done. Yeah, give him to me. I'll take care of him for the day." And actually, it would even be like, if a neighbor knew that you were going to be out for the day, they might even offer, "Oh, well, hey, I heard you're going to work late today. Do you want me to take care of your kid while you're gone?" It's like really common for them to pass off their children to other people, or to like offer to do housework. And so a lot of their economics is like trade. You know, hey, you need food and I need clothing, so do you want to switch? You know, you want to trade. Military and police force was actually something that I, sort of didn't think about. I wasn't really sure what to do with that, because I never really... I don't know, like, I'm not really that focused on... I just realized I was talking and not doing anything. I don't know. I never... See, I don't really think too much about the... Which is weird, because I have an entire species that's entirely based off of war. But I wasn't, when I started this project, I guess I should say, because I'm probably gonna have to focus on it now more, but when I started this project, I wasn't actually focusing on the war aspect of... I'm gonna take my coat off while I'm talking, so just ignore the fact that I'm not doing anything on screen right now, because I'm fighting my sweatshirt off. I hadn't really decided on it. Honestly. It was sort of... As a temporary thing, I was sort of banking on it being that, like... sort of my temporary idea, and I don't know if, like, I'll probably change it considering how unrealistic it's probably going to be, but that, like, nobody really messes with the Jedoa because they're so nice. You know, there's no reason to try to conquer their society, because if you go to them and say, "Hey, we need metal to make weapons," they'll go, "Oh, yeah, sure, have some." Have a thing. Like, they're so, like, that was sort of my current, thing. They're a little bit, it's more in that, like, I actually had a section about that. It's kind of like there's like officials for, like, because there's lots of cities, like there's little, like, mining towns all over the desert, but, like, each, like, village or city has, like, an official that speaks for them, and so they have, like, meetings with everybody, and then everybody meets at, like, there's not, like, a king. Probably the Veos, honestly. The Veos would probably take advantage of them. Yeah, so that was sort of my, like I said, that was kind of my temporary, explanation, but I feel like they are gonna have to have some kind of, they're gonna have to either have some kind of a military force to defend themselves, or they're gonna have to have a really close connection with a species that will protect them. Like, if they're close with the humans, for example, the humans might defend them, but... Oh my god. Yeah, they would. Oh my god, the railroad morality problem would be, like, the worst thing ever for them. They would just not know what to do. Yeah, it's kind of a communist utopia, I suppose. Yeah, I think that's probably the closest, closest thing I can think of. Let's see. Alright, I want to... I don't know too much about government and politics and stuff, and that's sort of, like, war and politics are sort of my weak points, and I will fully admit to that. That's not my strong suit at all. I really enjoy the character crafting part of it, you know, designing the look of the characters, but the sort of the military aspect of it's a little foreign to me. I'm not super good at that part, so any suggestions you guys have are more than welcome, because I don't know too much about that, and I wouldn't even really know where to start. Spelled that correctly, even though it's behind a box. So yeah, any kind of, really long header. The railroad problem is, and I'm probably going to butcher this as I'm explaining it, but it's like, hey, we're going to have more drawing time with me. It's like you, here's you, and you have this lever, and there's a train, kind of looks like that, because I draw a train, and he's coming down the tracks, and he can't stop, and you can either let the train continue, and the train will go into a crowd of like 5 or 6 people or something, or and so the train is absolutely going to hit them no matter what. But you have the power to flip the switch and divert the track this way, and then the train will hit one person. And so it's a morality problem, because do you sacrifice one? Like, so you either passively allow the train to continue and don't influence the situation at all and allow 5 people to be killed, or you make the conscious decision to kill a single person, but you do it because you're saving more people, more lives are saved by you consciously deciding to kill another person. The Jedoa, I imagine, would have a very hard time with that, because they don't want to kill anybody. The Jedoa want everyone to be happy. I think there's a lot of different variants of it too. There's variants where the group of people is like criminals and the single person is an old lady, or vice versa. I think there's a bunch of different versions of it. I'm not super familiar with the alternate versions, but some people wouldn't. Some people don't want to make the decision to kill a person. Because in that situation, you have just said that you would kill one person. Whereas not flipping the switch, those people die anyway. You're not making a decision in that case. I mean, I guess, and to somebody like me who would switch it, that would be my answer. You know, kill one to save the many. Not choosing to switch to move the switch is also a decision. So it's an interesting thought experiment, I think. And it sounds like Dyer knows more about it than I do, so I'm sure Dyer could explain it much better than I. But that's the basics of it. That was like my really shitty short rendition of it. Probably gonna change that header because it's really fucking long, but alright, how are we gonna flip this? How are we gonna set this up? Boxes in. Alright, so we can yeah, there's a second part of that, isn't there, where it's like the people are different. Because there's different variants of it. There was a whole thing for smart cars about it, too. Alright, let's actually... 80% of me working on any of these things, in case you hadn't noticed, is me just tapping in and out of different documents until I figure out where I want to put stuff, and... about it. Okay, so we can do... if I split this box pretty much the way it is now, we could do... I'm tempted to put the text-heavy box at the bottom. So, I'm tempted to put this at the top. I kind of want to move this somewhere else. So here we could put this art of the parent and the kid. And then the 2 blocks of text can be here and here. And same as this. This could be, you know, oh, sudden preening. And that. And then box Maybe we can that box a little bit asymmetrical, and then this box can be the same as it was too, I think. Probably. Okay, so that would be one box. The second part is where you're on a road above the train, and the train is heading for the same number of people. There is no lever, but there is a large person standing in front of you. Pushing him would somehow stop the train, but he would die. The morality becomes difficult because the action of murder is more direct. Yeah, that's another one. Mathematically speaking, it is, but the morality part of it. It's the morality part. I don't know. Like Mage said, there is no right or wrong answer. It's sort of more of a thought experiment than anything else. It's kind of like one of the things, Rachel. I don't remember if you were in this class with me, but we had that one. I don't remember if it was a psychology class or was it psychology? It was philosophy. I had a philosophy class. I don't think you were in it. I think it was me and Alex and Shell maybe. Anyways, we were talking about philosophy type stuff. This thought experiment came up in one of them. Another one that came up was the one about the boat, where you take a boat, like you have a boat, and you replace the sails, and then a couple weeks later, maybe the hull wears out, so you replace all the wood in the hull, and then the deck wears out, so then you replace all the wood on the deck, and you replace you one piece at a time over the course of years. You replace every single part of that boat with new material. By the time you have replaced 100% of the material in that boat, is the boat still the same boat? It's in the same place as the boat that you had, but it's made out of new material, so is it the same boat? I think it's an interesting thought experiment because depending on how you look at the situation, it could be a different boat or it could be the same boat. It really depends. Like, I think that's really interesting too, the boat analogy or whatever it's supposed to be. I don't know what you call that. So it's philosophy is interesting. It's so many different crazy things you can do. Okay, so this is gonna get tricksy. This box is not going to take up that much space. Let's see. Oh, and by the way, there's a reason that the politics box is this big. So, yes, the ship of Theseus, yes. Is it, though? Well, and that's Briar and Stop Sign, you both said the same thing. If nothing about the shape and design of the boat are, if the shape and everything is the same, is it still the same? But, you've replaced it with entirely new materials. Everything about that boat is different except for the shape. So is it still the same shape? Humans are different because they have a consciousness to go along with it. That would be like taking your brain out of your body right now and putting it into a new body. Your consciousness is still there, so you're the same person even though your cells are all switching out. But a boat doesn't have consciousness. A boat is not conscious. There is not one specific thing that makes that boat unique to itself. It's an object that has a particular shape that is made out of a particular material, and if you replace all that material with new material, is it still the same object? Is it the original object you started out with? And again, that's another one of those things where there is no right or wrong answer. There is not a right/wrong answer. How did we get on philosophy, by the way? That's true. The human brain is also replaced, but I guess there's not that. I guess that consciousness aspect is important, in my opinion. We're gonna put that society box there. That can go here. This can go here. Yeah, see, like, this is... I can keep this box in one little... Because you can do... Well, actually, I could do... You do this guy with the present. Then you could do etiquette here. Hold on. I still have too much space. Rachel started it. Right, yeah, there's no right answer. That philosophy's weird and crazy. Ah, the puns. Rachel derailed the conversation. That's a quality pun there, friend. Yeah, so I mean, I'm enjoying the topic of weird philosophy stuff, but to derail the conversation for a moment from that, how do? What do? So I'm trying to keep all of the society-based things together. Like, city is gonna have its own sheet, probably. Like housing, so like this little block. Maybe this whole tall block, I'll just make it short. This whole block can be its own thing. This block can be its own thing. Maybe I can put the relationships with other races box down here. I don't really have a lot of updated information for that section, though. So... I'm just trying to think. I'm, like, verbally trying to speak about what I want to do, like, what I'm planning for this sheet. Maybe you guys have a suggestion. So, I'm planning... I don't know how many sheets I'm going to end up with, but I want to keep the stuff, at least on the bottom half of this box, all the stuff about their actual culture, like their... I'll probably lump all the art stuff together, so, like, fashion, arts can go together. Maybe anything related to economics, so they're mining, science and technology, food, those can all go together. Politics, legal stuff, and city can all go together, so that's 3. And then all of their religious stuff, traditions, religions, all that can go on its own box. Does it make sense to put the relationships with other races in the natural behavior and psychology section? And on that front, does it make sense to put the the intro to society, the values and stigmas and the etiquette in the psychology and behavior section? I think that makes sense. I think putting these 2 boxes together makes sense. So I'm gonna draw so that I don't get myself lost, because I do this every time I want to work on these sheets. So if we make box 3, this can be box 3, and then and then 4 can be this section, and then 5 all of this stuff. There's gonna be so many sheets. This can be 6. And then 7, I guess? 7? I might even take the unique food section out, because I want to do a whole separate sheet on food in the desert. And then this stuff can all be an 8th sheet. There's gonna be so... Actually. Oh, this can be 8. And then... So yeah, I guess 3 can be this, this, this. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this box, though. Their behaviors and psychology would have played through into shaping the society. Yeah, that's true. So I guess we'll have to have the discussion about their relationship with other races now, too. So there's gonna be 8, probably depending on how big some of the sections get for the other races. I'm thinking that these are gonna be 8 pages each. Which is great and fun. Okay. So, here's my plan. Well, here's actually two options that I have in my head right now. First option is I could literally just take the language and numbers box and just, I think that would just fit. I don't think I have to do anything with that one. I think I could just drag that one over. I had a thing I wanted to bring up to you guys then, but I'm gonna work through my brain process first before we get there. My two options are either do the orange section with the understanding that this box is incomplete, but we'll go here at the bottom, or I can move on to one of these boxes that's already finished and just transfer all the images over and draw new images for some of them. Some of them might not need new images, like this one. I think I can use the same. I think I can use the bird again. I think I'd be comfortable using. I think this is still pretty good, all things considered. I'm not unhappy with that art, so I think I'd use that again. This, I would probably, as much as it hurts me, I would probably redo this art, only because the Jedoa don't fit anymore. They're not the right size, and I feel like I want to revisit the way their buildings look, so might redo that box. I don't know. Do you guys want to help me work through, here's the question. The question being, do you guys want to help me work through government stuff with these guys, or do you want to just watch me draw for a couple hours? Another probably hour, because I can go till 10:30. I'm not super tired yet. See you later, stop sign. Have a good night. Glad you could stop by for a little bit. You know, the other trouble I'm gonna have with this box at the bottom was that the text that's down here is really vague, because I hadn't really planned all that. Because some of them, government stuff would be interesting. Yeah, because some of this stuff is like, categories. I don't know. Some of the relationships with other races section were really vague because I haven't planned out some of them yet, and a lot of it's like this section currently is just kind of like, people come and visit and they think Jedoa are pretty nice. Lots of people think Jedoa are the easiest race to get along with. Noldaru don't fit anywhere. You know, like it's like that kind of thing. World building is hard. I could just skip page 3 and come back to it. I think I might just do that. I've rambled for, I think, 10 minutes about this now, so I think I'm just gonna skip it and come back to it. Unless you guys want to help. Oh, the other thing I wanted to run through. So, I have... take a look. I actually uploaded this to the Discord for you guys to use if you want. But I got this website. This website no longer exists as far as I know. I could not find it when I was looking for it, and I had to open it through my little file that I downloaded. I literally just saved the website. But I forgot I was working on this. Why did we never finish this? Okay. One thing at a time. The written Yeah, see, I fill out these before I make the sheet, so... What you do with this sheet, with this website, right? You take text, and you put text in here. And whatever text is in the model text box kind of dictates what the language sounds like. So it takes patterns of letters out of here, and then you can type in whatever you want. I can spell. And then what I did was because so I tried taking out the letters that they can't say, like P, but it makes the language really weird and repetitive when it comes out of this generator. So I left those letters in intentionally, and then left myself little notes in my sheet that's like, if a P shows up in the word, what do you do with it? So in this case, I believe I changed the P to an R if it's at the beginning of the word. So it's, I guess it's ratro would be hello. But I don't know if I should change, like, does it make sense that they would have an alphabet? I feel like it should be based on, I on the other hand, I feel like it should be based on sounds, but I'm not, language is another thing I'm not good at. I understand the basics of language, but I'm not good at language, so. Am I streaming tomorrow? Yes. Probably. Maybe. What's tomorrow? The 31st? Maybe. I will keep you guys updated. I will figure it out. I will let you guys know in Discord if I'm streaming tomorrow, because I don't actually know what time I'm getting back from my friend's escape the room thing, so... I'll let you know. But anyways, yeah, so I was just kind of like, what's your opinion on that? Do you guys... talking about... I mean, does it make sense to you guys for them to have just an alphanumeric language? I mean, I took out the letters they can't say, so they don't have a P, but... Of course, changing that means I have to redesign their whole language, I think. Happy New Year, stop sign. Because you could write literally anything, right? Like... Definitely, they wouldn't say. And there is... Jace, there is your unfiltered sentence in Jedoa, in Jedoan. I would go through here and replace things like the P's with R's, but... There you go. Fun. Okay. I don't know. I was just it was kind of something I was thinking about. The nice thing about leaving it alphanumeric is this is actually a font. To save myself time, this is actually a real font that I made. Except it is not... Oh. That language. All that. Why is that not in... You want to install my stupid font? Thank you. Hey, Crusher, what's going on? Yeah, here. So now we can type the things. Except don't exist. So, like, I can actually, like, type. Oh, it's Altair. Hey, what's going on? So, like, I have a font. It's like a font that I made. I actually should, I should send you guys that website while I'm thinking about it. Actually, I'm just gonna write it down because I don't remember what the website's called. Okay, things I need to do after I'm done streaming. Get font. There was something else I was gonna do and I was gonna write it down and then I didn't and now I don't remember what it was. Alright, I'm gonna make an elective decision. Alright, we're gonna work on a different sheet for now. I will come back to orange boxes later because I don't know what I'm doing with them yet, so we will just come back to that. Box 4. Box 4 is religion. I can handle that. I can handle religion right now. That's fine. Hi, Missile Bomb. And yes, that expedites the process immensely. Actually, in fact, now that you've mentioned it, I'm just gonna go look for it. Yes. This website. That didn't take me nearly as long to find it as I thought it would. Aw, don't tell me you broke it. Did you make that look did you make this terrible? Oh, this used to be really cool and free. It might still be free. Oh. But you download... Yeah, okay. This is a different one. Or if it is, I don't recognize this. Oh. They must have changed their website. Oh, okay, yeah, it was right there at the beginning. MyScriptFont.com does not exist anymore. Okay, well, so you download this and you write in each box, and it's for handwriting, but I used it for Jedoa font, and since they don't have capitals, I just copied and pasted all my letters. This document exists somewhere, where it is, but yeah, and then you upload it to the website. It makes you a font, but instead of doing handwriting, I just did it. So let me, do the thing. There you go. Beautiful. So, there you go. Maybe have it subbed out with other sounds. Birds can make sounds humans can't, after all. Maybe add some sort of whistle in place of a sound that would cause problems. So, okay. Yeah. See you later. Glad you could stop by for a little while. So actually, on that topic, I did remove letters they can't say. And I did think about subbing out the, like, I would translate the language through the cipher generator and then go through and translate it into phonetics, and then have each, like, phonetic sound. So, like, if like, an A is a long A, then it has a symbol, but if it's a short A, then it has a different sound. Like, has a different letter, but I just felt like that would make it such a text-heavy language. Maybe it would shorten it, I don't know, but... So, I don't know. Because, like... So, they might have an R, but then an ah sound might have a letter. Actually, did I let them use any... Their A's? I think their A's are all the ah sound. Oh. Heck. That's an E. Okay, so the E's maybe would get a separate letter. I don't know, I thought about converting it to phonetics, but then it makes it hard to type, so... Anyways, that was neither here nor there. That still, works. I have not done anything at all except for talk for, like, 30 minutes now, and I cannot believe you guys are still here. Why do you hang out with me? I've just been talking non-stop for, like, 25 minutes about absolutely nothing. Alright, let's... And I also just realized I put this box. Not that much. Don't come down here that much. Just this. Well, it's gonna lump traditions in with something and I was now. Oh, no, I was gonna loop those together because the traditions are... okay, sorry. Because it's fun to talk about this stuff. Okay, as long as you guys are enjoying yourselves. As long as you guys are having fun and are enjoying, just chilling, I am a happy peach. So we are gonna we'll put these guys. I'm gonna redo that art, I think. Actually, maybe I'll just leave it. It looks fine. I'll just leave it. Save me some time. So we'll do that. So, side note that has nothing to do with any of this. It has a little bit to do. This little box here talks about eclipses. Their religion is based on the sun and moon because it's such an important part of their life. You know, the sun is up and everything's hot and ridiculous, and then when the sun goes down, everything gets cold and ridiculous. So they're very into, like, celestial things. They are very much about star signs and all that. And, but one thing that's really a thing for them is an eclipse. If you are born on an eclipse, you're considered bad luck because you were born... I haven't decided if it's when it must be when it's hatched. When you hatch, you're considered... If you hatch on a time when there's an eclipse, either eclipse, it doesn't matter which kind, but it's considered bad luck because you were born on a day that the gods were fighting, because the sun blocking out the moon or vice versa is considered to be... I know one of them's not quite like that, but having one of the celestial bodies blacked out is considered really bad luck for them. And so they basically raise you until you're able to sustain yourself, and then they kind of kick you out. That's like one negative thing that they have, is that they're really superstitious. And so although they're like, they basically prepare you for the outside world and then send you away. And because they think that you would be bad luck to them. And so I kind of pictured that they're, like, pretty much any of the Jedoa you see in, like, the human cities are mostly eclipse-born because they don't... Like, they can go back, but they just can't live there. But yeah, I'm glad you could show up for a little bit, Missile. Have a good night. Or day. Oh, well, I guess it could still be either. But have a good one, man. Glad you could stop by for a little bit. Okay, so we'll put these guys there, and then their text can go here. Or what if we did... I think what I want to do is I want to have one box for the religion and the gods, one box for the kites, and then one box for traditions. So let's do... I think it makes the most sense to put this image here. Long story short, let's put that there. And then text box can go here. Then if I split this box... Well, actually, let's put the basic religion text there, and then we'll put the split image and the information about the gods over here. Let's cut that box off there. Then box about the sky kites can go here, and then I won't have to cut them off as much. Like for you to be able to see my kite friends. So then the kites can go here. And probably fit the eclipse box in here. Notable tradition. We'll put a picture there. That can be the city heights. Yeah, I think that's good. We'll do that. That's the thing. We're doing it. Drag in the document. Alright. Let's go on an adventure. This is gonna be a huge document, by the way. Oh, actually. I think I saved a version. Same size. Oh, so here's an example. So this guy here, now that I've decided on genetics, this guy would be one of those rare genetic anomalies where you're mostly a color instead of mostly brown. Flatten that. Probably because I'm an idiot. That's probably. The nice thing about expanding these sheets so they're a little bit bigger is that you guys will get to see more of the artwork. It's a little less condensed now. So some of the art's a little bit bigger and easier to see. I think that'll be nice. Let's back up a second. That's not a line art. Still not line art. Which one of you is line art? These things, not like the others. Okay. When did that occur? What line is that on? Have any of you guys been working on your world building stuff lately? I've seen a lot of discussion going on in the world building chat, which is pretty cool. Question mark? Oh, I want to merge visible. Beautiful. Or anybody in the chat right now a world builder that I don't know about? Because I like hearing about other people's stuff too. Otherwise, you just hear me babble about what I'm doing. Oh, that's awesome. Probably feels good to get all that work done too, right? What did you come up with? You. care to share? Having it down in text helped me out because the content levels of my game. Yeah, no, that's. I always think it's helpful to have it written out first. I do the same thing with Lore Handel stuff too. I have these big fat text documents just full of information. That way I can decide on everything before I go shoving it into a character sheet. I have a feeling this box won't take me nearly as long. Good, because I'm working on this forever. It also helps you decide what information you want to keep and what you don't want to keep. I think. Did I spell notable wrong? I feel like I spelled it wrong, but I can't tell. I am not a schooler. Oh yeah, I'm sure that helps out with writing out text too. Right, what else can I yank over from here that I don't have to redo? Oh, let's see. Let's split this box. Copy this part over first. Some of the more representational art I won't have, because I already have so much to do. Yeah, that too. You're not creating your character relationships on the fly. Realistically, I should have planned out everything before I started making these sheets, but so here I am. Then I want to get out a different sheet. Actually have a whole different section just for the... Hi, mantas. There they are. That. Let me... Here. I'll let you guys be involved in this. I don't remember which one I picked. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's like the top view and then the belly view. You guys in chat, which color scheme is your favorite? Which ones do you like the best? I have a couple that I really like, but I would like to know what you think. Which ones are your favorite? I need to put one of the top views on the sheet, so... Like number 1? Yeah, I like number 1. I sort of like them all, though. I gave them all different, like, versions of stone and sand and that, so... Can't decide, I like them all. I'm gonna end up using them all on that piece of art I was doing back here anyway, so probably leave that up so you guys can see. 1 or 3. I know they're all quite similar. I actually don't really remember why I went with the mint-colored bottom on number 5. What my thought process was there. It seems like number 1 is the favorite, so... Okay. Well, I've gotten 3 votes for 1, so we'll grab number 1. Congratulations, you get to be part of the character sheet. I guess theoretically I could tile a whole bunch of them together on here, but fun in that. Actually, I'm gonna let them overlap, because... Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and look now. So you prefer 1, then 2, then 6, then 3, then 4, 5. Yeah, 5 is my least favorite. I like the top view of number 5. I don't like the bottom view. I feel like if I redid these color schemes, I feel like I would do the bottom color of number 5 in more of like this color. Because the mint isn't working for me now that I'm looking back at it. And number 6, I guess, was a baby color. I think that's why it's not glowing. I think that's why I didn't put the blue on, because the babies are supposed to be less noticeable. I don't know what hunts a sky kite. I haven't gotten that far. I just wanted large manta ray friends in the desert, so I did. Haven't gotten that far on this. Hooray! Briar is back! Briar returns. Do you have a favorite? Is one of these? Do you like one of these? Everybody already voted on 1, but... Curious. Just more curious now just to know what you think. Then actually, let's grab the bottom view of this guy. What did I do with the first one? Did I do... Bottom view. Okay, so I'll do the top and bottom view of number 1. You guys voted on number 1. I'll just do the top and bottom view of him, and that's that. One and 5. Okay. Yeah, let's see, actually, it's funny you say 5. We were just having a discussion about number 5. Number 5, I don't care for the bottom now that I'm looking back at it, but I love the top. I actually have somewhere in my apartment, and I don't know where it got off to, but I actually have, I took one of those plastic figures that you get at Michael's. I took one of those, I got one of a manta ray, and I put like Sculpey and stuff, or what did I use? I think I used Model Magic. It was a pain in the ass to use, but I used it. But whatever it was that I used, I actually covered the figure in like a clay of some kind and then painted it, and it looked exactly like the top of 5. I don't know why I made the bottom mint, and I don't know. But there you go. Sky kites. Done. Beautiful. You didn't miss much. I just rambled a lot, and then you came back. So, and that should be good for those, I think. I put the image for notable traditions on the other side. Does that balance it better? I feel like it does. guys, you aren't art. Apparently I used this one. I don't know why I chose that one, but I used that one, apparently. That's not the box I was... Oh wow, that text is a lot smaller than I thought it was. Yep. This section is also much less text heavy, or image heavy. Actually, here we go. This is what I'll do. You no longer need to make this box a new thing. It can just have its own... It'll just be part of the actual text now. It doesn't need to be a little sidebar box on the edge now. It can be its own thing. I could probably do like a little graphic of a... clips here. Do like... let's grab some colors off of it. Do... Make more sense to do a lunar eclipse or a solar eclipse. Probably look up what those... Because now that I'm actually attempting to draw a lunar eclipse, I'm like... Oh, okay, that just blacks out the moon. Or turns it red, I suppose. Case. Maybe I should do a solar eclipse just because it's more recognizable. Either way, it's going to be a black, gonna be a black splotch, or a white splotch covering up a black splotch, so... Nope, other way around. Mask. Get your own layer. Yep. Then not quite. I'm gonna leave that like that for a minute, just because I'm gonna put something there. I don't know what yet. Be like... I was just like, I'll just do this later. Nope, gonna do it now. Didn't want to do. Less out. Pin light. That works. I don't know what you guys think. You think that's alright? Flailed about for a little bit on that, but I think that that works. Need something to break up the space, you know? Okay, let's pull over this text. This section needs something now, too, because it... old. Maybe I can expand the information about them a little bit at some point. There's not a lot going on in that section. I suppose I could make the font size bigger. I mean, that's a way I could get around it too. I guess I'm avoiding making the font size larger just because then this page will have different font than everybody else, but that's not a bad thing. Oh, yeah, I never named the mountain. I'm gonna highlight this in red so that I don't forget that it's here. Definitely need to fix that, and I didn't fix it the first time. Just went onto the internet with that. So at some point I will need to name the mountain. Today is not that day. Well, that doesn't really help at all, does it? Helps a little bit. Okay. No, I won't. Thanks, though. I'm gonna have to figure out these two boxes, because the text doesn't fill up the space nice, and I don't think I wanna... I might have to add more information, which is kind of lame, but maybe I can fluff up the information a little bit on my downtime a little bit, and fill them in a little bit better. One thing that I never really talked about was what they do as far as worshipping the gods, so maybe I'll put that in over here. So that'll give me something to fill up the bottom of this page, I think, and then... that should deal with that. Down here I'm not sure what to do, honestly. Well, hey, there you go. There's most of another sheet. Gotta fill in some blanks there, I think, but save that. Yep, nope, did save it with my markings on top. That's alright. Well, it's 10:23. I don't know, anybody got any suggestions for me, or not really? I'm thinking about calling it a night. Mostly because it would be a lot of me just continuing to sit here thinking. Certainly structure up another one of these, that way we'd have all the documents. Actually, let's do that. Let me put the documents together. Never mind. Not calling it a night, unless... Well, no. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just keep going. Except now I forget what all of my boxes were, so... Excuse me... while I figure that out again. Probably back in the stream away. Oh, Mario Odyssey is a perfect reason to, it's a perfect reason to not pay attention, that much attention to me or chat in the chat. Mario Odyssey is worth it. Hey, as long as you guys don't mind me just, you know, derping. Did that, did the header, did this one. Okay, so. We're gonna do this all over again because I closed the document because I'm an idiot. 3 and 3. Not smart, and that's okay. Okay, so 3 there, or 4 rather. Derpin is top tier background noise. Hey, alright. if you want that, great. I am pleased. Alright, we got 5, so this is what we'll do next. And actually, that gives me more stuff to draw, so that's perfect. A little more art and a little less fiddling. 5. What else do I wish to include? That's probably good for 5. This can all be 6. Seven can be city stuff. Food. Maybe, if I feel like it. Science. I do not think this is all gonna fit on as a sheet. Ooh. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, that might not fit. 7, 7, 7. And 8's gonna need some reworking. 8's gonna need some reworking, I think. 7's gonna be the hard box, because I don't think all this is gonna fit into... If I cut food out, then it might fit. Still maybe not. What do I got down here? Science and technology. Maybe science and technology gets its own? Well, we'll see, because I thought this would take up a whole sheet and it doesn't, so we'll come back to that. Alright, I'm gonna hit... I'll save as on. I don't know what version of that sheet this is, so I don't want to lose it by accident. Like, even though I'm not using this sheet anymore as like an official piece, I still need to keep that together. Alright, so number 5 is going to be arts, entertainment, and fashion. These are some fancy verbs. Cat's on the move. Coming over. see her. Oh, hi. What you doing? You guys hear her purring? Hi, cute stuff. I can't see you anymore, so I can't see what you're saying, but... Oh, and now she's rubbing on you. She doesn't understand why I'm talking to this silly, funny-shaped microphone. Why am I talking to the funny cylinder instead of paying attention to her? Yeah, go ahead. Lay down on the laptop. That's fine. I disabled the keyboard so you could do that. Ooh! That sounds like fun. Which, PCs are you working on? Are you doing, like, writing, or are you, drawing it out? Several questions, all at once. Alright, so let's do... If I don't... Okay, so we'll put the guy testing out the necklace here. Redraw him. Little intro box can go here, but that's not going to take that much space. It won't. Actually, I'll tell you what, we'll put text for that box here. Actually. I just remember this whole section doesn't have to go on here. Oh. I definitely think I want one section with just all these guys, and then their text, so that's fine like that. Ooh, what's a primavera? Have you talked about them before? Redrawing these guys is going to be interesting. I put... let's see. Oh, okay. That's the name for the Velociraptor people. I didn't know that was their name. That sounds awesome. I want to avoid having, like, the same shape boxes on everything. Like, I want all the pages to have their own sort of unique boxes. Like, this one's got one big box at the top. Alright, so in that case, what if I did... So we do this guy up here. His text. Split that box in half. And then we can put the jewelry here with their text underneath. And then we can do another box under here. Maybe make this one a little bit taller so I can have higher resolution pictures. And that'll be the 5 outfits with their text. And then little kid Jedoa can go somewhere. Box can go there. And then here we put arts and entertainment box. Its text. Doesn't leave a lot of space for patterns though. Like that, maybe? Let's roll with that. We're gonna roll with that for a minute. Like, I don't mind if the boxes look similar across, because I mean, there's no way they're ever going to be totally unique, but I'm only working with, you know, so many rows, but... Oh, that's the... Okay. That's this guy. Go right there. They're the oldest species. I derived their name from primeval because of that. Yeah, that's a cool naming for them. Like it. Alright, let's actually do some drawing for a little bit. Shocker, I know. Craziness. Drawing on an art stream. I don't know what sort of crazy madness that is, but... You followed for derping and graphic design. I know. Okay, I understand. Unsubbed. I got it. I got you. Right? How dare I? Report me. I've been bad. I'm a bad axolotl. Don't worry. I know I am. Probably zoom in a little bit. On account of I can't draw eyes. A person with a Twitch channel called the Artsy Axolotl, have tricked you into believing that this channel is about art. Fallen for my ruse. Gotta be like at a really specific angle that I haven't really drawn their faces at yet, so it's gonna be a little bit tough. Really like the pose on the one I have over there. Like, it's a nice pose, it's just his anatomy's not right anymore. For her. I guess that one's technically, well, because she's colors on her. Either way, I had not, I have to update the art. Yeah, right? This music is so chill. Props to Dire Crow for chill music. I asked Dire Crow for chill music, and I got literally the chillest music possible. I have to remember their torsos are a lot longer than they were now, because I keep forgetting. So, a little bit bigger. Actually Also, I'm gonna do these kind of little, like, rough sketches, actually, real quick, just to make sure everything fits. This is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be weird. Let's see if I can draw full body Jedoa again correctly. Normally, I'd go through and sketch out the whole pose first, but I think I really do as much. The interesting thing about doing this part is going to be keeping unique body shapes. I haven't actually drawn Jedoa with this, with the new anatomy in other body shapes, so... This guy's gonna have a bigger, chubbier torso. Legs all. This music is awesome, but also not quite as chill as the last one. That last music was, like, super chill, and I was starting to get a little sleepy, to be honest. It was, like, making me tired. It was like, oh, I'm just relaxed right now. That music got really dramatic, which was good, because it woke me up. Alright, so we got slightly chubbier than usual Burb, maybe? Anatomy is bothering me. Oh. Ear morphine. Good word for it. Okay. Cheese. Good to go. I'm gonna make this one a little bit small. We're gonna give her a little bit more of a parakeet beak. For him, a little bit more of a parakeet beak. I wanted to give them lots of gestures with their hands so that to kind of show off their fingers, because they don't have like their fingers are different. I was like, why is this song so quiet? Probably because it's ending. Like, that's probably a chest of white. Amazingly, you really only have to draw the feet from like angles, so. Head's really good on that one, and so is this hand. Everything else is bugging me. I think the shoulders too. Other things that's bothering me. Shoulders don't quite so big. They have much like gentler, more sloping shoulders now. They're not quite as like rigid and human looking. And now it's not. I bet you were like, what? Suddenly hearing Mario Odyssey in stereo. They're on the same plane. Guy had really long legs. Actually kind of weird. They also made him really tall for some reason, which is odd because males are supposed to be short. I suppose you can have tall males too. Probably short females happen sometimes. Well, today. This guy, I gave him a about 80% of the work is taken out at this point because because I'm just copying old designs. Oh, wow, these guys aren't going to fit in the box the way I thought. Interesting. You are back! Welcome back! We've moved on to something else. I'm now drawing birds. I'm actually drawing for once. Trixel was very mad at me. Trixel just so confused. Because how dare I draw? already love this one, by the way. I'm already in love with this one. Also gonna have once I'm done, but I don't think I'm gonna keep the body on this one quite as extreme, just because I don't think I want to make their legs get fatter. And so I imagine that overweight Jedoa would have a really hard time walking. I mean, maybe that's good representation, whatever, but I think I kind of want him for, like, I don't know. Are you guys hearing that Discord notification, by the way? Apple and I were having a discussion about the Discord notification the other night, and now I feel like I'm losing my mind a little bit. Oh, okay, you guys are chatting. I don't know why it's going off still, because I have it closed. Weird. Interesting. Guess that's something else for me to figure out after a stream. Because I have Discord closed on my desktop computer, but I keep hearing it. Is it over here? See, that's why I'm hearing it. It doesn't bug me, I just... We were talking about it the other night, and now I'm like, wait. Chubby board. The best kind. Okay, so I think fashion guy up here should be a little bit bigger. Fashion girl, sorry, that's female, I think. Probably. These friends down here. I don't know, should I include the fifth one? Or do you think it's gonna take up too much space? Do you care? It's not open at all on my desktop. But I guess it's, I think it was a Mac thing. I think it was, I always forget that the capture card picks up the audio from the laptop, so. I'm not as concerned about, makes them tile in a little better, because they kind of sandwich into each other. Discord is open in the background. Usually you gotta click it on the bar at the bottom of the screen and close it there. Oh, okay. Maybe it's a Mac thing. Actually, their text box is super... It's funny, this box actually, the text that goes with these boxes doesn't really apply to much of anything. It was just kind of... Actually, that works because then the baby bird... Little box off to the side there. Alright, sorry, Paul Birdman. You have been voted off the island, I guess. Voted off the island by me. this just became a dictatorship for like 2 seconds because I just made that decision and was like, done. Hey, Crusher! Welcome to the Axie Stack. Altair, sorry, your name is different, and so I forget. Welcome to the sub version of the Axie Stack. You get a whole 1 emote. And that's it, because I'm a scrub. I'm glad you like me. That's all I got. Alright, and another... That box. Cat, please. Ah, don't roll. Why are you rolling? You're so cute. You move my stuff. Baby. This little box over here. That little controller, or that little text freak out you got there, that was bad. Good investment. $5 for 1 emote. Good plan. Good plan by me. Oh my god, my text boxes are all over the place. Okay. I'm gonna move this box up here. This box down here. This box makes more sense down next to the art of, you know, people. Whereas this one that's talking about jewelry makes more sense up here. I think, and actually maybe I should even switch those boxes now. Oh, geez. Wiki. Here. I have this wrong. I think this is 120. Yeah, you know what? It is 120. I have that now. That's cheat, I believe. I mixed it. It won't help a lot, but it'll help a little. Problem. It's gonna buy me a whole extra line. There you go. Come back to it another day. Investment. Yeah, look at you. Oh my god. We've had some quality puns this stream. I have a ton of emotes from 2 other channels I sub, and Twitch Prime gives me no ads, plus this technically free for me for now since I upgraded with my Amazon account. Prime to Student, which is free for the first 6 months, so win-win for both of us. Hey, yeah, there you go. That works. I don't really know how the Twitch Prime thing works, honestly. I don't really have my own Amazon account. My dad and I share my dad's account because he has Amazon Prime, so I don't have to pay for it. And if I want to buy anything off Amazon Prime, I just buy it off his account. So that's a pretty sweet deal for me. Okay, so we got... Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let me just take this. Go there, and then... I think I might put this box down here. Copy this box over very well. Not there very well either. The thought process was that these guys, if I put them up at the top, then perhaps I feel like I should have the intro first and then talk about the jewelry like second. So then in this case, drop this box down to here. Pull this one down here. Oh my god, yeah, the free shipping is so worth it. Free shipping is great. Got a bit done on the Primavera, but I don't know if I should continue working on fleshing them out or work on one of the other races or ignore them for now and play Animal Crossing. My downfall is video games. I have had that exact same argument with myself. Do I work or do I fuck around on video games? Actually, this works out great because I can cut this one there. Will leave me a little extra space down at the bottom for that'll leave me some extra space down here for art stuff, the arts and entertainment section. I felt like it was a little crammed in my sketch anyway, so now I can make sure that stuff fits. You're literally on Rachel, I saved some of your flowers today, by the way. Not to toot my own thing, but I did save flowers today. They were dying, and so I watered them, and then I was surprised because there's this little animation that plays if you water dead flowers, where whoever's garden you water, it like, the owner like comes out and gives you a present. The gardening thing on Animal Crossing is really confusing to me though, because like, I keep running out of things. Like, I never have enough plants, or I never have enough flowers, or enough seeds. So we're gonna be so... Except I need to figure out how their little toy... because... looks a little odd right now, and I can't decide if I like it or not. Perfect. I loved New Leaf. I wish that I had more people to play New Leaf with, mostly just because I spent a lot of time making my town, and nobody got to see it. And now everybody moved on to Pocket Camp. I always hate, like, I get so nervous about going back to see the state of my town, though, like you said, but mostly because, you know, there was two thoughts. Mostly because I don't want people to move, because if people move out of my town in Animal Crossing, it's like such a pain in the ass to get them back. I have like the amiibo cards for all of them, so I can like bring them back into my town. But like they have to move into a really specific location, and if they move into a bad spot, I have to like redo like a whole portion of the town. I don't think they really die, but they like wither. I don't know at what point they start to do that either, because I've never seen mine do it, but when I went into your garden, a couple of your tulips were like wilted, and so I just watered them, and they went from being brown to being like not brown. Alright, this I'm gonna split up into 3 sections, actually. I'm gonna split this up into 3 parts, and I'm gonna do, now I can make it different and better. I was gonna add a portion about, there was something I thought about and never actually did it, but I was gonna do puzzle toys, because, like, I imagine that they like to do puzzles, so I was thinking about maybe designing a couple, like, little, like puzzle cubes, like Rubik's Cubes almost kind of things that they might have played with. So we'll put the little group socializing panel here with that text. Might never. That text is not going to fit in that space. And then I'm going to drop the bottom off of this. Off a little space. Okay, and then we'll put patterns can go here. And then I can do the little puzzles. Sphere. Whatever, and then Dire Crow, that's in the main series. In Pocket Camp, I don't know how that works. Oh! You gave me 70 bits. Thank you. And now you have a little triangle symbol next to your name. Aren't you fancy? Thanks. Nobody's beaten Volpine yet, though. Volpine's still the reigning champion of giving me bits. Oh. Does it remove the Twitch Prime? Because I don't see the Twitch Prime now. I see sub and cheer 1, but I don't see... Interesting. Aw, that's so sad. Can you have more than 2 symbols? I suppose you could. If you were a mod, too, you'd have to have it, right? I don't know how all that works. Aw. That is lame. Sad face. Hey, let's see if I remember how to perspective now. The answer to that question is, of course, no. But pretend like it. Once again, I'm drawing people sitting at a fucking table. Fantastic. I know it's just a sketch and it doesn't matter, but I need that eye because he looks like he's... It didn't change my bits, It didn't change my bits image. Because there's supposed to be a little... Here, I'll show you what you're supposed to see. Okay, there's supposed to be... Oh, I was organizing. My computer's immaculate now, but... Yeah, so this little guy is supposed to show up when you give me bits, but apparently that is not the case. But thank you for more bits. And now you have a little purple symbol next to your name. Volpine's gonna have to step it up now. Like a challenge. So that was supposed to pop up instead of the little purple bit icon, but it didn't, so I'm mad about that. In fact, since I got you here, I'm gonna go to my Streamlabs dashboard and see if it comes up correctly if I hit the test button. Volpine is no more today. Indeed. Actually, can I hit test while I'm live? I guess not. Not letting me. Well, whatever. Altair is the Bit King, currently. Oh, there we go. Alert box. I wanted the alert box. Test bits. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. Why does it not look like this? So, okay, does anybody know anything about Streamlabs? Why does it not... Why does the bit icon not look like that when you donate bits? Because it definitely didn't come up like that. It had the little spinning bit icon. That's what the little raid icon looks like. Everybody likes him because he's got the little thing. Nobody's ever raided me, and nobody's ever hosted me, so I've never gotten to see what those icons, if they come up correctly, but the test comes up correctly, so, you know. So I don't know why the little guy going after the bit didn't show up for you, but he didn't, so I'm a little bit mad about that. The little helmet, yeah. Oh, he's cute. I like him. I really hope that someday, if I ever get raided, that, you know, that it actually works correctly. Do it. Do it so I can see if it works. Because if not, I'm gonna have to figure out why it's not working. Chris, you came. Hello. Hello, hello. Probably not good at all, but... What have you been up to today? We've been streaming for a while now because I didn't feel like going to bed. That is huge. Christ. That one works. Thank you for hosting me. Hosted with 3 friends. Wow. See? There you go. You got 3 whole friends. I don't really know what that means, but hey, you did it. I don't know how it determines how many friends you have, but... Rip your internet. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, your internet does not like you today, man. This one is turning out massive, and I'm just gonna go with it, and then shrink him down. Let's make you smaller. Your head is too. Lounging guy can scooch back a little bit. I almost missed the stream, my own stream today because I was doing something, so do not feel bad. I was sitting here, I was doodling, I was working on something, and then I looked at the clock and it was like 36. Shit. I have that stream thing I have to do. Almost forgot about that. I don't know how I almost forgot because I love doing this. It just, some days it's like, oh no! It's time. Legs are getting much shorter now. Just occurred to me. Yeah, same. I think that's the first time I've ever heard those words in the same sentence. Good internet and college together. Those are not 2 words I typically associate with one another. About to draw this guy's other hand, and then I was like, what? I have had enough drawing hands for my entire lineage. I would just, no. Even if he's only got 3 fingers, no thank you. Not today. Right. Brush erasing so badly. I feel like the eraser's like extra shitty on that one for some reason. Like I cropped the feet out so I didn't have to draw them. I am redoing it all for two reasons. The first reason is that this sheet is fucking massive, and it's almost impossible to read on the internet. The only way I could get this to open, like to have it be openable on websites other than DeviantArt, was to upload it to DeviantArt and then copy the full-size image link and put it in the description of websites like Fur Affinity and Tumblr, because Fur Affinity and Tumblr don't allow images this big. So that was reason number one. Reason number two is that the Jedoa originally looked like this. They were very... Oh, what is that pasted here? They were very tall, and they were short compared to the other races, but their body, like, proportions made them very tall and sort of human-esque. And as I was working on the height chart for them, I wanted to give them a smaller, for lack of a better term, chibi look. I wanted them to look very different in silhouette from the other species, because if you put another humanoid-sized creature next to the humans, they kind of get lost a little bit, even if they are shaped like birds. If you make them the same height, they get lost a little bit, so I wanted to vary the sizes of my creatures a little bit, so their silhouettes were a little more interesting. And so they ended up being real short and had these little... I gave them taller torsos and stubbier legs, so they look super different from the way they do in the images, and a lot of the art that's on here already, they have long torsos and they have long arms. Even this one's a little too... I'm not really happy with this sketch anyway, but even these guys have their legs are too long, their arms are too long, their faces aren't quite proportioned correctly. These guys are way too tall. So the reason I'm redoing everything is to update the art also. You know, make them a little bit shorter also. Yeah, actually, guys, on the topic of the Amazon Prime student, if you do that, you have to keep a really close eye when your 6 months starts to go up, because they don't give you a notice. They just update your account to a regular non-student version and just start charging you. Because that's what happened to me. I had the student version while I was in college, and then when it ran out, I suddenly saw like a $60 charge or whatever the amount was. But I saw the charge on my account, and they never told me that they were going to start charging me. It just kind of happened. So if you're going to do that, just make sure you keep an eye on it. Be like, this image, this I'm going to... That I don't... Oh. Just a thought. Amazon Prime's totally worth it, and I think you should do it. I'm just giving you a warning of advice, is that Amazon's one of those websites that they won't tell you they're going to start charging you. They just do it. And guess what? This box is going down here. Done. So yeah, Jace, that's why I'm updating it, to update the art a little bit. Jedoa don't cook, by the way. They just... they're free. It's a little bit of art design and a little bit of updating art. The tricky part so far has actually more been that in some places it's very that in some places the text fits very well, and in other places it doesn't, and that's frustrating so far. What was I gonna... Turn on this. Patterns on this one. Patterns in. Not on anything? Auto-select is the bait. Put this to a smart object. How bad? Okay. You tell I did that. Done. I don't know where it is. Oh, you have, like, your own Amazon Prime thing. Okay. Well, hey, there you go. Amazon Prime is great. I always say people should do it, especially if they are buying things online a lot. It's a really good deal. Actually, I could make this jewelry too, to help it fit the box shape better. It just saves a lot of, just a lot in general. It's so convenient. It's so nice that I can just go on the internet and just buy anything I need, and it's at my house, like, the next day. Okay. And then that third box, I think I am gonna put, like, toys, like, you know, toys that they have. Red. You maybe not be red? That would be great. Or why you were red. Alright. 4. Oh, glad that fits. You know, I had the hardest time fitting that box in when I first made it, but it suddenly occurred to me that I really needed to put that information in. It's a big deal now. It's fine. In fact, it's actually too big. One other thing I forgot. Yeah, of all the things on the internet that are scams and not scams, Amazon Prime is one of those things that I think is just the best. There's so many other services that people aren't really sure on, but I think that one's a really big deal. Yeah, at least you match. Yeah, it's really fun to add new stuff, I think. There's a couple places where I don't really want to add new things. I didn't really want to elaborate that much, but it is kind of fun to go back through. And especially now that we have this Discord going on. I'm getting to talk to you guys more about, like, the kind of things that are going on. And you guys have really good opinions and ideas about some of this stuff. and it's a lot of things I didn't think about. So that's been very handy. I appreciate you guys giving me your input on stuff because there's some things I just genuinely didn't think of. It never crossed my mind. Oh. What key are you sitting on? Mac desktops are... I don't understand why these folders aren't in line. There. Let me bounce something off you all. The Primvera are naturally fast, especially when comparing their legs to the other race's legs. But I thought of having it like the fastest Primveran are the most desirable. Perhaps there's like a big race every year or every few years so adults can show off and maybe prove themselves as potential partners. Yeah, that'd be cool if it was like maybe it's like a yearly festival kind of thing. I suppose it would maybe make a difference how... Maybe that could be part of... I had like several thoughts and I didn't think about it. Yeah, maybe it could be that they have like this festival every year and that's where everybody kind of hooks up, so to speak. Like, that maybe like that's where people find their partners, is at this festival. It's sort of like I wouldn't say Valentine's Day, like, oh, give your lover some chocolate, but like maybe it's like their like quote unquote love holiday where like everybody has this big race and it's like a competition sort of thing. Who actually, that brings up a question though. Is it a very is it just whichever? Is it any young adult, or is it specifically the males showing off, or specifically the females showing off? Or is it just any young adults who want to show off and potentially find a partner? I think that's a cool idea. I definitely think that would fit them really well. Trying to decide if I want any young adults that are looking to find a partner. Okay, yeah, I think that makes sense. I was curious. I was wondering because with my snake people, the Veos, their society is very based on strength, so being stronger makes you more desirable. Being able to beat more people in combat makes you more desirable. And so there's no real like male-female split as far as, you know, government type stuff goes. Like, it's not like males are more dominant. It's just whoever is strongest, and if you happen to be a female who's, you know, stronger, then that's the way it is. There's no like, you know, kind of sexism kind of like diversion like that. But when it comes to breeding, the females are the only ones that can release the pheromone that says, hey, I'm ready to have kids. So that's like the only place in Veos society where one species has a little more control than the other, because it's the female that goes, I want to breed, who wants to fight? Who wants to fight over me, kind of thing. At least for now. That sheet's still in progress, so I might change that. The only other option I had for that was maybe that, like, if you think that another Veos is a good partner, you fight them, and if they beat you, then they get to do the thing. But, I don't know. Proud of their natural abilities, so they don't really have any sort of transportation because they're proud of being able to travel places on foot. I just pictured, like, one of your raptor people just running alongside a truck on the highway. Like, oh, hey, what's up? Fun fact, that is one reason why I'm focusing on a pre-industrial, like they're literally just starting to discover, like, steampunk type stuff. Like, they're just beginning to get to steam power and stuff in Lore Hondel. Because I don't want to think about how in Noldaru, which, for those of you who don't know what that is, they're big cat centaurs. I don't want to think about what kind of cars they drive. That is not on my list of things. Ow! 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 Why can't you just put your paw on me and be cute while you're cleaning yourself? Why do the claws have to be out? Why is that a thing that has to occur with you? She just looked at me like, I don't know why you're complaining, and then went back to licking herself. This cat is wild. This cat is just the most insane animal. You will find with me very quickly that if I don't want to figure out something, I just avoid it. That's why the demographics and politics section is so tiny, because I didn't feel like dealing with it. Yeah, there you go. That works too. Mud skipper people just riding on a Loxa. Prevera just jogs back. Oh, hey. Where are you headed to? What's going on? Let's see. Alright. It's time. I think it's time to do the thing. If I don't. This I might keep. I leave this the way it is. It doesn't bother me that this guy's so tall. That zoom? That wasn't me. That was the cat. Okay. Yeah? You're gonna lay on that spot on the keyboard? You can't lay any other direction. You gotta lay right on the trackpad. Alright. Well, I'm actually thinking about calling it. Because any other sheets that we have to do are gonna require an extensive amount of planning and sketching, and my cat is obviously getting too antsy for that. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, Briar, you should post pictures of your raptors in the Discord again. I know you sent them a while ago, but you should send them again so that we can see them again, because raptor people are awesome. The new Sully, thank you! Welcome to the Axie Stack, friend. Chill AF art stream. Of course, you popped in here right at the end, unless you were lurking and I didn't see you before. Alright. So, yeah, I'm thinking, so tomorrow I'll let you guys know in the Discord whether or not I'm streaming. I gotta look at how long we're supposed to be out for, Oh! Hello! You are in chat. I don't know if I have a command for that. In fact, I should have a command for that. Let me grab you the Discord thing. Unless that brought it up for you. I'm kind of new to the whole stream alerts type stuff, so I get confused. There you go. That should do the thing. If it does not, let me know, because I'll have to figure out how to make those commands work. Unless it sent it to you. Oh, okay. So you've only been here for a little while. Well, I appreciate you coming to hang out with us. Glad you enjoyed my chill art stream enough to follow. Yeah, so anything else I'm gonna be able to do tonight's gonna be like, cause this section, this city and buildings section and the science and technology sections are gonna get really cluttered really fast. I might even make separate sheets. So, I don't know. I'm gonna have to come back to those, I think. another time. That's gonna be another probably half hour of me fiddling around with boxes. And then this box, see, this box number 8 is gonna take a lot of thought. I'm gonna have to maybe bounce some ideas off you guys about their government and their military structure and stuff, because Jedoa don't have any of that right now, and they need that, so, yeah. So, I'll come back to that another day. Today is not that day. So, I'm gonna head to bed, and we will... So, tomorrow I'm going to escape the room thing with some friends from work. And I don't know what time I'm getting back from that, but I don't expect it will be in time to stream, so I might not stream tomorrow. But I have to check and see. I'll let you guys know in the Discord. And then, what's the day? Then it's Monday. So then Monday I'll play Ori and the Blind Forest, since I've been skipping doing that. And my controller works now, so I can actually, like, function and play that game like a human being, and not, you know, a monkey with mitts on. My cat wants me to stop. She keeps touching everything. Alright. So, yeah, so tomorrow I'll keep you guys posted on whether or not I'm gonna be around tomorrow to stream. If not, it might be just like a short, late stream, maybe to just try to finish one of these up or fiddle with some stuff. But then Monday we'll do Ori and the Blind Forest, or if I feel like drawing again, maybe cut that again. I don't know. I've been really... Over the break, I was talking to Apple and some of you guys about so much world building stuff, and I've been reading the stuff you guys are writing in the world building tag, and now all I want to do is world build. I can't focus on anything else. That's like all I want to do. So I want to work on this stuff, and that's been interesting. So yeah, but yeah. So I'm gonna head to bed. You guys have a good day or night, depending on where you are, and I will see you guys maybe tomorrow, definitely Monday for more stream. So yeah, thanks for coming to hang out with me. You're very welcome. I enjoy this. So, you guys have a good one, and I will see you later. Right. Bye!